Hi, this is Chris Gohlke for Digital Home Thoughts, and this is the third and final part of our review of the Nokia N800 Internet tablet. During this part of the review, we're going to take a look at the software itself and see what's both some of the software programs that are included with it, as well as some of the extra things you can add on to it. To start off with, the Nokia runs off of a 400 megahertz processor, has 128 megs of RAM built in, and then 256 megs of flash memory also. Additionally, you can add, there's space for 2 additional SD cards, which will boost you up to, right now, up to 64 gigs of memory. It's also got 802.11b and G built in, as well as Bluetooth 2.0. It's got a 4.1-inch screen that's at 800 by 480 resolution. So the screen is both larger, and it's got more than double the resolution of what the iPod Touch has. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Normally a boot up for this device does take about 30 to 45 seconds. However, you can put it into a sleep mode that will pretty much be instant on, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do right now. And there you go, we're ready to go. First we'll go through the main screen here. As you go across the top, basically you've got your indicators for Bluetooth, which works out very well for using, say, a Bluetooth keyboard. It's a nice little add-on. Brightness indicator, volume level, Wi-Fi, and your battery. Going down on the screen itself, there's a couple of widgets that I've got set up on here. Little date time, a Google search box, a regular radio for the tuner, and an internet radio. Let's run through some of the applications that are built in on this, since that's probably what you're really interested in seeing. Start off with just going over here on the menu, select. Let's take a look at the internet browser to start with. You can either go through this way, or the way I prefer is just to use the shortcut. And it'll ask what you want to do. I'm going to open up a new browser window. And I've set my homepage to Yahoo. Once it opens up, then I usually wait and I switch to full screen at that point by pushing the button on the top, and it'll wait till it's finished loading. What I found, compared to a desktop machine, it's going to obviously be slower on the internet, but you're talking something you can put in your pocket that is very surfable. It's hard to tell a little bit on this video, but the screen is very, very, very readable. Once I go full screen, I usually refresh because it seems to help it out in reformatting the picture itself. As you can see, once you're on the page, it's pretty much looks like it does on your desktop. And that's one of the real nice things about this device, is that it acts like a desktop browser. There's no compromises made. And let's go see what all of our favorite sites look like on here. We'll go ahead and take a look at Digital Home Thoughts, see how that renders. As you can see, it looks pretty much like what it looks like on your desktop. Just wait for it to finish loading. There we go. You can scroll through, and it's what you would normally see on the desktop. Again, it's a very impressive browser. This is probably the best mobile browser on a mobile device I've ever used. Got it on there. The screen, it's very legible. I can read it without a problem. If you want to zoom in, just use the zoom buttons on the top. It'll zoom in, and you can even zoom in a little bit more if you'd like. And at that point, incredibly readable. Okay, let's go ahead and close the browser and take a look at some of the other applications. Comes with mapping software also, which is very nice. If you have a Bluetooth GPS already, this will pair with it nicely, and you can download. I've got over a gig of maps, so I've got the entire United States and Canada in maps on here. Again, another very responsive application, and the level of detail on these maps is very good. So if you've used any mapping software before, it's very intuitive on how to use it. Okay. Next, we'll go and take a look at the, how about the camera application? Which is down here in Extras, because that was a program that I had to add on later. So it fires up the camera, and obviously we don't have it popped out yet. Go ahead and pop out the camera, and there we are. Again, it's just like your cell phone cameras. It's nothing particularly great in quality, but it's a camera that you have with you. Sometimes better than not having anything at all. Alright, finally, let's go ahead and take a look at the media player. There is a media player built in on this, but Canola is a one that's been developed by the community, and it is really outstanding. Opens up very media center-esque type interface. As far as you go through, it's got you can browse your music, your photos, and your videos. I don't have any music loaded on here right now, but I do have some videos loaded, so let's just take a look at how that works. And we'll just go right to their demo video that they include with it.
Suddenly there's new things.
And we'll go ahead and go full screen. It's the videos that really make the screen quality pop out.
I spend most of my life online. There's all these technologies on the table, and they're all moving forward so fast, and they're all so...
And we'll go ahead and stop that. Like I said, the screen quality is really outstanding, and watching videos on it, it's probably the best, one of the best video players you can carry around, because the screen is so large, it's crisp. And with the SD cards, it's just got some of the best capacity also. So that's pretty much it. Whoop. Let's go ahead and close this out. And we'll exit out of here. Go back out to the main menu. Other things, there are some games. You can download lots of games for it. Since this is running on Linux, it's a Linux-based OS. It's got Mozilla Gecko as the browser, so it has Flash 9 support. And I really need to tell anybody, if you get this device, upgrade immediately to the OS 2008 version. It's got a lot of nicer features added into it. But there's a very large developer community for it as well, so there's lots of games and other applications, etc. built for it that are out there on the internet. And, in case anybody asks, yes, it does play Doom. So to wrap up, we've been looking at the Nokia N800 Internet tablet, which is a bit of a misnomer. It also has a lot of other functions other than just the internet, including a media browser, mapping, etc. I really would like to see some type of an Office suite available for it, as well as a PIM application. But for most people's daily usage, this can substitute, and it has been for me, for substituting for carrying around a laptop. I find with putting it into sleep mode, the battery will last me all day. And at just over $200, it's quite a steal. So I'd recommend it strongly to everyone. This has been Chris Gohlke for Digital Home Thoughts.